So first of all, good evening. If you just get that side, that's my best side. For those of you who don't know me, I do know a few people around the room, and at least I've met you now and I think I know you. My name's GUNN. I'm very proud to be the sales director at Boost Drinks. I've been with Boost about 8 years. Before that I was 30 years with Kimberly-Clark. Joined them when I was 5. Sales director at Kimberly-Clark. Fell out of love with corporate and did a life change. I lost one of my very best mates sadly to cancer, and I decided I was going to do something I cared passionately about, and that's working in the independent channel. And I've met in a sounds random, in a karaoke bar in Marrakesh, I've met a guy called Simon Gray. Despite the fact he was a Leeds fan, he was a really good lad. And he spoke very passionately about a number of things. He spoke about his family, he spoke about his business, he spoke about this channel. And I thought, you know, it's something I'd really love to be part of, and I was very fortunate enough that, wind the clock forward, about a year later I joined Boost, and it's the best job I've ever had. So for those of you that don't know anything about Boost, we're an independent company, we're based in Leeds, there's 29 of us doing amazing things within the category. We don't manufacture, we're a sales and marketing company, and that's what we do. We're the #2 brand within stimulation energy within the UK independent marketplace. And I was saying earlier to anybody with a pulse prepared to listen, if you go to Northern Ireland within independent retailing, we're the #1 soft drink. So in Northern Ireland we're bigger than Coca-Cola. Holy smoke. How's that possible? An amazing sales director. We've got a fantastic brand which delivers great price, great taste and great margins. And my view on this channel is I've got no idea how you get up each morning and do the amazing jobs you guys and girls do. You've got so many things to think about: minimum working wage, rates, staff, availability of Warburtons, and you kind of think, well, how do I get through all this? So our mantra is very simple. We try and offer great products at great margins consistently well, and only to this channel. I read in my notes because I don't want to miss anything, because fundamentally we're your brand. And it's quite interesting, a lot of you are talking about, oh yeah, you're a shopper and we do a little bit of merch, we do a bit of this and we do a bit of that. We are your brand, we only sell to this channel. So I'm talking about things I'm going to talk, you don't know me, so I'm going to give you a soundbite of me, like it or loathe it. I'm Al, I'm a Libra male. I've been happily married for 33 years. My wife hasn't been happily married to me, but I've been very happily married to her, because I don't know how that dishwasher works. I've got 2 great kids, both in their 30s, well, just about in their 30s now. For my sins, I'm a long-suffering but passionate Spurs fan, and I'm a lucky guy. When you meet people for the first time, and I'm going on holiday in a few weeks' time, I'll meet somebody at the bar or by the pool, and they said, well, what do you do? I said, I'm very lucky. I work for a company I really love working for. I sell amazing products working with a channel I care passionately about. I'm a lucky guy. Generally said, generally meant. I'm not going to practice and preach to you, because I was talking to several of you tonight about this lump of business that goes on. This is called soft drinks. It's probably one of your top 3 destination categories within your store. It's big. It continues to grow, and it's as complicated as hell. There's not a sugar tax coming, gentlemen and ladies. There's something called a soft drinks tax. There's a lot of products out there. There's a lot of information coming your way. All I would say is that the scale of sports and energy drinks within it is about 1/3 of everything goes on. So the part of the world I work in, I'm sure it does, but if it doesn't, it should probably have about 1/3 of the space within your stores. About half the people in the UK, adults, buy into this category. 80% of, sorry again to the ladies, but 80% of men aged between 18 and 24, 80% buy into this category. Holy smoke. So when people start talking about sugar tax, and I don't know if you've got kids, you've got people that have got kids, boys between 18 and 24, believe me, if somebody starts telling them what they can and can't drink, I kind of think you're not going to lose too much volume out of your sports and energy drinks marketplace, but watch this space. Plug our brands. We don't just do energy drinks, we do sports drinks as well, and we're now moving into protein, and I'll touch on protein in a moment. We've got some fantastic new products out there. Within a pack you're going to get, you've got details of me. I'm not going to run away and hide. If you need me and you want me, please, not all hours of the day and night, you can always get hold of me for samples and stuff like that. And it's interesting, you were talking about Raj earlier. I met Raj Chandrana, the poor guy gets sat next to me at a meal about 3 years ago, and we're like besties now.
Yeah.
Have a word with Raj about our gun, and he didn't stop Boost. And the reason he didn't stop Boost, he didn't know anything about Boost.
But Booker don't like Boost.
Because Booker do have Boost, but
But
Booker
now they have.
Oh yeah.
They didn't have for a long, long time.
This crazy guy from Sussex went in and put them straight on why they should take Boost. And we do great things, and I'm sitting there, I'm listening to you, Harry, I'm just saying, wow, you're right, because we don't talk enough about our brand. Champion of the independent, that's what we do. That is what we do. Okay. Easy, quick wins. Usain Bolt. Why does Usain Bolt win so easily, so often?
Because he drinks Boost.
You're damn right. Sorry, it's a lie detector going on. As well as drinking Boost.
Hold on, my watch is going.
He does. I know. I said I've got one more card after this. He does a lot of things consistently well. That's what Usain Bolt does. So within the marketplace, I was going to sort of pre-chat you, but now I know what the audience is and where you guys are at. I don't need to tell you. You can tell me more about what works within your store. So I'm not even going to bother. But what you do have is moments in time within this category. People don't want to shop in Tesco, Sainsbury's, Asda and Morrison's because people don't know their names. People don't offer them a range. People don't offer them chilled. People don't offer them price smart packs. You guys and girls can. That's why you win on soft drinks. And that's why you win on sports and energy. And long may it continue. So kind of what happens from now? What are the next steps? It's down to you really. I'm around all evening. Natalie's here, Tony's here, more than happy to have a chat. You'll have my card. I think the thing is, within this marketplace, change is an inevitability. It's going to happen. You need help, probably, at times, somebody to give you a view. Asian Trader, and they've got a fantastic stand there with information on category, and they have that in their publications. We've got a new website, which is absolutely the muck's nuts. It's fantastic, and it's impartial. It talks about big stuff where you can get easy, profitable wins. So hopefully we'll be measured on how good or bad that is. We'll take feedback because I'm around and about a lot, as some of you know. I think the only other thing I would say is that there's a little goodie bag to take away. It's not sort of bribery and corruption, though. As a Spurs fan, I know all about that.
I was hoping it was.
It is. What's in the pack?
You've got some crumpets as well.
Yeah, you've got some crumpets.
Crumpet.
You've each got this deck. What you will have is some information on our brand. You'll have my business card. You will have samples of the protein product. Protein is new, protein is incremental, protein is profitable, and protein's here to stay. That's the reason Weetabix have gone into it, that's the reason Mars are going into it, that's the reason we're in it, and we only supply independent retailers with our product. 129, 20 grams of protein. Happy days. You'll also get a £5 voucher. Why? Because I feel we're mates already. But also because you'll have something to take away where, as and if you haven't tried our brand, it's a nice, easy, no-risk way to have a go. And if you do take our brands, it's a nice way for me to say thank you. My name's GUNN. Please be gentle with your questions. And I said I'll be 10. And that's me done. Thank you. Any questions at
Do you
all?
think your price point on Boost Protein is correct? Because
Do I think
it's
it
a
is?
very high margin category at the moment for us.
Yes.
It's quite new,
Yeah.
and I stock all of your range, but I refuse to stock the protein just yet because I think it's eroding my margin, my cash
Okay.
margin, and the rest of the protein drinks I sell.
Cool. It's a challenging one as a supplier because what you have to do is keep all the cats herded and happy. We've taken a choice that the market is going to grow because it's an easy, giving people, rather than spending $1.99 on a brand, is having a way of bringing people into the marketplace. For those of you who are serviced by Booker in some way, shape or form, over the next 2 or 3 months you're going to see an awful lot of protein boost going on within Booker, because they believe we're the brand of choice to bring people into this category, and then people will trade up and through. The other thing we have to be mindful of is that it's got to work for you as well as the consumer. So one of the learnings we've taken is we do get feedback, and we're now bringing out a plain pack. So there will be a plain pack available. I can't guarantee where it's going to be available from, but there will be a plain pack available. Why? Because we listen to what you say. And I appreciate, especially you guys in London, it may be different from Leeds, it's certainly different from Glasgow, and it's certainly a whole world different from Belfast and Cardiff. But within London, it's tough. It ain't cheap round here. So we get that, and that's coming down the track. So good question, and thank God.
What's the price marker?
I think 149 would have been fair. So non-price mark, I would go out at 149.
If you have any idea kind of what goes on within a room when you've got Simon Gray and I sitting there trying to play God and come up with it, and then we work with the team. But fundamentally we think if this is going to be incremental and it's new and it's different, we wanted to give the independent trade a multiple price beating brand at a margin which we thought would be acceptable.
What's
because
the volume like at that price?
we're 3 months in. Come back and see me in 3 and I'll tell you.
The only reason I ask is obviously that, you know, when we do promote,
Yeah.
we're looking for hikes in volume.
Sure.
And if you're giving a hike in volume, then you're earning your cash anyway
I get that.
against others, and then you're not really devaluing it. Whereas 199 on some of the protein drinks right now, maybe not
But
giving
right
you the
now,
volume.
I'm saying that because protein is still relatively new.
Yeah.
And as you've seen from Snickers
Yeah.
protein and whatnot, you know, people are prepared to pay that premium right now. I mean, I've always intended to list it, but
Yeah.
I see it in my maybe next year.
No, that's cool. And I think the lovely thing is for me is the knowledge is already in the room, because we're going into it because this is a great category opportunity. So for me, I think we've teed up something which, in terms of the quality of the product, at the price it's positioned at, with the margin, we've tried to tick as many of the boxes. Can't believe I'm going to say this. Even if you don't go into boost protein boost I should say, have a real long hard look about that protein opportunity, because it's a transient market. It's people on the go. You want something for breakfast, I'm going to skip lunch, I'm going to have that and a banana, or on your way to the gym in the evening, as you can see, I'm somebody like myself. You'll have it on the way in or the way out. They're not going to go to Tesco, Sainsbury's and Morrison to muck about with it and not get it chilled and get ripped off and wait and have to park. They're going to come and see you. So best you make sure you've got it on your shelf waiting for you when they rock up.
I know we do, and I think the thing is that we do have it with this premium, but I'm always of the feeling that, you know, if something's been on my shelf for a little while and it's not selling as quickly as I'd like,
Yeah.
is it about the price point? You know, locations are different for a lot of people. I mean, classic example is our Rolly over there looking so cool.
Yeah.
But Ascot, would you sell something at 129?
Actually, yeah, surprising.
If it's price marked
Actually, I've got Red Bull at 119.
and it's working.
And it's
Oopsie.
it's working very well.
It's that.
That was a shock of 119.
I think I'm going to very briefly give you a non-boost but our GUNN view on price marking. There's this thing these days with these, people talk about millennial generation and all that stuff, and as I say, my kids are 29 and 31. But boy oh boy, do they understand value. And when I say value, I don't mean cheap, I mean value. They're savvy, they get it, they know what to bargain, they know what they want, they're prepared to pay for it, and everything's contexted to different products and stuff. So if I say to my son, what do you think about this? What's the value of that? He said, well, a pint of beer's £4.50, Dad, so I think that's good or bad value for money. Whereas my daughter will say, yeah, but I buy a magazine, Dad, and that's £3. Now, that's how my kids' minds work. But they'll pitch value of what they think is good or bad on the basis of their friend set, their location, a whole... You'll never be able to get your heads around it. Again, my view, not of that of Boost, but I think what you have to...
250 in East London.
I'm sorry?
Pint of beer is 250 in East London.
Tell you, Sussex, don't even go there.
Where are you drinking,
Yeah.
eh? Where are you drinking? I'm not going.
Bus stop.
Very smooth.
Yeah, we hear a lot of that crashing in those places.
I'm all yours.
It's really good to hear that you support the independent and you realise the value of that particular channel. But I'd be interested to hear what your company's view is what you think is a fair margin for us retailers to earn?
Protein Boost is an unusual one,
No, no,
actually.
no.
No, generally. Most of our products are a minimum 40% margin, all day, every day. You've kind of got to earn 15 to 20% just to sort of before you even open up the shutters. That's kind of the world. We get it.
So what was your protein margin?
We're looking at 35% margin on that for the launch price, and understand we're putting it in at a price where...
Cash and carries don't offer 40% across the board.
No. But if any of you ever see Boost energy products at a margin below 40%, my card's in there, I'll be staggered. You might get one or two try to do what they do, but generally speaking, we offer, Tony, it's a ballpark 40% margin brand.
And I would say that certainly in the major cash and carry operators, when it's on promotion, you're pushing mid-40s, if not closer to 50% POR. The margins are generous.
On promotion, no doubt, but I'm telling you, like the best way
Yeah.
even Booker. Not 40%, not always on promotion.
Okay.
There's a reason why I said that. Because
Yeah.
you're obviously choosing channels where you want to push the product to expand its availability, but we want to make sure that the retailers that really push your brand
Sure.
are getting the benefit of what you're giving.
If you could promise us 40% all day long for whichever wholesaler we choose, then you'd get untold of new retailers every day.
I would probably get Christmas cards from you all as well.
That's what-
All I would say, and the genuine answer is, the bit I can control is the price I put that product into wholesalers at. What tends to happen with Boost, certainly our energy drink and certainly our 250ml can, which is probably the brand most of you are familiar with, is that it's the brand to cross town for now. So I see that certainly within London most of the time, and I'm quite sure you will be very dedicated to your chosen wholesaler, and it may be Booker, it may be Dimitri, it may be Best Way, it might be a little bit of all, and that tends to happen. The average price of Boost within the M25 area is now $4.99 for those cans, which will offer you a day-to-day margin on that price mark of north of 40%. And a great rate.
Do you know how? Just quite an interesting factor here, right? So I wouldn't expect to have someone like yourselves as Boost, even though you are as big as you are, number two, as big as Coke in Ireland and everything. But people like Warburton's and Tobacco, I had an interesting chat with a JTI rep. And I don't know if I should be sharing it, but I'm going to.
Go on.
But right now,
He's the wine.
well, we're approaching the 20th of May, right? And there's a lot of cigarettes out there that are available to us that are still price marked or still tens. And do you know what? We've got to provide the availability for our consumer, right? At the end of the day, I really don't care about the price mark, and actually buying it directly from a supplier is giving me more margin. I know we're not supposed to talk margin with you and our wholesaler and everything, but here's an opportunity for you guys. You know, look, we're in 2016. You can get terminals who can take card payments. Or most of us have got cards. Why are your drivers not doing this? Why have you not got extra capacity with bread? Why are you not able to put a field sales force out there doing this? Why are cigars not coming out to me and I'm able to buy them? If you can give me the knowledge to sell this product, and all I want to do in my shop is sell product and earn some money, I can pay you direct. The days of old where we used to get everything and all we wanted from our symbol operator, they're gone. They're giving us freedom. Well, Arjun, we had to talk just a moment ago that one moment they're saying they don't want us to do, that we don't want to do everything for you. We want to provide you with the best price so you can give the best availability.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
I can answer your question.
To do this.
We don't offer fridges because we're not big enough. We have.
Don't need a
I'll
fridge, yeah.
answer your question. We haven't got the money. There's 28 of us in Leeds. That's it.
Yeah.
We're a sales and marketing company. The reason we're at $4.99 and you can make 40% every day of the week while there's
Because it goes through those channels.
because it goes into price.
Yeah.
I can't afford to put.
No, and I
can't
appreciate
afford
that.
to do that stuff. To your question, I will come back to it. But chosen product, because you say it's all about the price, or is it all about the consumer and getting the product right?
But then
That's another one for a little bit later on, I think.
Like Harry said, we're the advocates of selling it.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I think if I was selling gold bullion, I think I'd probably worry a little bit more about it. With the greatest respect, I'm selling a can of energy drink that's currently 49p, and I think if it happened to be to 55p, or even 59p, it's still less than half the price of Red Bull, which we beat in taste tests nationally every day of the week, every year.